COVID-19 symptoms and statutory sick pay. If you have symptoms of COVID-19, the government advises that you should not leave your house. That, of course, applies to attending your workplaces. This applies for at least 10 days from when your symptoms first started. The employees are entitled on sick leave or if self-isolating as a result of COVID-19, number one, as a minimum for statutory sick pay. Number two, whilst furlough pay is not intended to cover short-term absences from work due to sickness, your employer can nonetheless agree to furlough you for business reasons even if you are off sick. If that happens, you should no longer receive SSP and you would be classified as a furloughed employee. This means you will be entitled to at least 80% of your pay while the scheme is in place. Employees can self-certify for the first 7 days of work. After that, the employers should use their discretion not to require evidence for a period of self-isolation in accordance with government advice. However, if they do wish to ask for evidence, employees can get an isolation note from the NHS website. Link is provided below. You do not need to visit your GP. This note can be used in place of usual fit note or sick note as it used to be called after 7 days of sickness absence. It is possible to have the isolation note sent directly to the employer's email and to create one on behalf of someone else. The NHS Test and Trace Service will provide a notification that an employee can use as evidence to inform their employer that they have been told to self-isolate pursuant to this service. Employers will need this evidence if they are a small or medium-sized employer claiming a rebate for SSP. You should report the start of your absence to your employer in the normal way. Statutory sick pay. What is statutory sick pay? You can receive £95.85 per week statutory sick pay if you are too ill to work. It is paid by your employer for up to 28 weeks. Beyond 28 weeks, you are not entitled to statutory sick pay. However, you may be entitled to contractual sick pay. If you cannot work because of coronavirus, you could get SSP if you cannot work and you are self-isolating because you or someone you live with has coronavirus symptoms, self-isolating because you have been notified by the NHS or public health authorities that you have come into contact with someone with coronavirus, and staying at home because you're at high risk of severe illness from coronavirus. This is called shielding. You could get SSP for every day you are off work. As of 13th of March 2020, employees are entitled to statutory sick pay from day one of any sickness absence related to COVID-19, including those employees self-isolating at home because of COVID-19 symptoms. Moreover, this also covers those employees who have people with symptoms of COVID-19 in the same household. The employees must self-isolate themselves for at least 4 days to become eligible for SSP. If the employees have any additional rights to pay in their employment contracts, they should not change and the employees are entitled to those regardless of COVID-19 situation. For the employees to be entitled to SSP, they should earn at least £118 a week on average. The current rate of statutory sick pay is £95.85 per week, as we learnt earlier. If self-isolating employees are well enough to work from home, the employer can allow or instruct the individuals to carry on working remotely on usual pay. If the employee is not well enough to work, including from home, such employees will be treated as sick for SSP purposes from day one, where the employee is incapable or deemed to be incapable of undertaking work because of COVID-19. What if the employee wants a full pay during the sick leave? If the employees wish to receive full pay, the employers should allow the staff to take paid holiday instead of sick leave, because simply there is a limit to statutory sick pay. What can small employers claim from the government? Small and medium-sized employers with fewer than 250 employees on 28th of February 2020 can reclaim the first 14 days of SSP due to absence because of COVID-19 with the retrospective effect from 13th of March 2020. Claims can be made through the online coronavirus statutory sick pay rebate scheme from 26th of May 2020. The next lecture we will look at infected employees and statutory sick pay. See you in the next video.